If you're going to talk about the rights of illegal immigrants in the United States, you've run into a problem already. Because you're talking about people having rights even though they did something illegal. So, what are we talking about here? Are we trying to pass laws that protect people's right to break the law? So, let's back up a little here and make this a lot simpler. Let's talk about immigrants' rights, beginning with the rights of immigrants not to be driven out of their homes in the first place. A lot of people from the US who are arguing against immigrants' rights always say that it's not our responsibility to decide what's going to happen in Mexico, so it's not their fault that Mexican people are losing their homes and can't make a good living in Mexico. And that's a lie. The immigration crisis was brought on by the NAFTA. The people who wrote the NAFTA obviously don't care about borders, at least not for themselves, because the whole point of the NAFTA was to break down borders by making it easier for people to move their money and their businesses across the borders. So, why are people being called illegal immigrants now for doing exactly what the NAFTA says? They're taking their business, namely their labor, across borders without asking anyone's permission. And then maybe they're making money here and sending it back to Mexico, moving their money across borders just like the NAFTA people are. So, why are the people who wrote the NAFTA trying so hard to get us to think they should have certain rights other people don't have? Why are the people who wrote the NAFTA trying to get us to believe the border shouldn't apply to them, and simultaneously are trying to use the idea of the border to get us to hate each other? Apparently, those people have forgotten that the United States was founded on self-determination. That means I decide who my friends are, and I decide who my enemies are, and everyone else in America decides those things for themselves. And if people in Mexico agree with me that the NAFTA is the problem, why shouldn't I cooperate with those people to work for something that will benefit both of us? Immigration is a problem for a number of reasons that don't have anything to do with the NAFTA. For one, there's a limit to the number of people you can fit on a certain amount of land before you start running into problems of how to feed everyone. For another, a lot of immigrants don't leave their homes and families behind because they want to. They leave their homes and families behind because, for one reason or another, their living conditions have become intolerable. So, there is no way for anyone to use facts to prove what we should do about people crossing the border illegally, but a lot of facts have been discovered about why people's living conditions become intolerable in the first place. If we all know the facts, then we can all debate constructively about what to do.